Here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Figured that.
Oh, good, see?
Okay.
There it was, it's like, where the hell?
Bring it down.
Thank you. I'd like to call to order a regular scheduled meeting for Elk Grove Park District for November 9th, 2023. Could I have a roll call, please?
President Waltz?
Here.
Commissioner Carlson?
Here.
Commissioner Cook?
Here.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Here.
Commissioner Bianski is absent.
Approval of minutes, October 26, 2023, Committee of the Whole meeting, and October 26, 2023, regular scheduled meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No one is opposed. Favorite part? Comments from the audience, Alan.
Mr. President, inasmuch as I have many comments, I have none that I would like to share with the board at this time.
Very well, Alan. Any correspondence from anybody to anybody? Hearing none. Recommendations of acceptance and approval. Approval of proposed 2024 employee health insurance. Need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
Can we just quickly talk about
Sure.
the increase and that we're staying with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, which is our current provider?
You just did.
Just so those that are aware of that. And it was, if I'm 7%, was it right?
7.84.
7.84%
78.4%, which Brad, you said you were extremely happy with and shocked with, and we're gonna do it for 1 year, correct?
Yeah, 24.
And this will be our second year with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Correct.
And coverages are basically the same
They're
as
not
far as
changing. Correct.
Coverages are
deductibles
the
and
same for
copays.
employees, full-time.
Employee contributions all the same.
Well, the employee contribution will go up because it's percentage.
Percentage, right, but I mean, we're not increasing the percentage of contributions, what I'm saying.
Correct.
Okay. That's all I had to add.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes,
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes. Approval of payment application number 1 from Doyle Signs, Inc. of Addison, Illinois for the Mather Park digital display in the amount of $42,627.45. Any questions or comments? Can I get a roll call, please?
We didn't have a motion.
Oh, you didn't get a motion?
No, I just make a motion.
I'll second it.
There you go.
Okay.
Francis almost jumped out of her chair right there.
Commissioner Cook?
yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes, approval of payment application number 2 for Innovation Landscape Illinois of Plainfield, Illinois for the Windermere Park Playground in the amount of $127,518.94. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second?
Any questions or comments? Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes?
Ben, do you think it'll be open this year?
It should be finished, from what Mark told me, in about 2 weeks, so could be, weather permitting, it'll be open.
All right, defense, I mean.
All that'll come down, yep.
Okay, we're at D, approval of payment application number 3 for Hacienda Landscaping, Inc. out of Manuka, Illinois for the Marshall Park redevelopment project in the amount of $170,998.29. Motion and a second.
So moved?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
No, not on that, but after you do roll, I have a comment.
I remember Mark had said they're about 80% done with the concrete. Do you feel like, let's say the construction season ended tomorrow, do you feel like we're still gonna be on time, and what would that time be, open date, roughly?
All indication is we should be open by Memorial Day
Okay.
weekend.
That'll work. Can I get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes. Approval of change order number 2 from what's wrong? Approval of change order number 2 from Upland Design Limited for the pickleball court addition to the Marshall Park redevelopment project in the amount of $32,400 $400. And I believe, Ben, you told me this is for architectural and engineering.
It's for the design of the new pickleball courts.
Okay. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Does it have to be read like it's,
We have a
Yeah, I think that's the preference.
longer motion.
On this one?
Yeah, you gotta read the.
Scott, read this one.
Where's there?
oh, here.
You got it?
Oh,
I recommend that the president find that change order for a total of $32,400 is in the best interest of the park district and otherwise authorized by law, and that the president be directed to make such determination in writing, and further authorize that upon being provided with said written determination from the president, the executive director be and hereby is authorized and directed to execute and deliver each such change order.
What he said.
So the motion and second stands? Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes.
Just for 1 second, I want to make sure that we start communicating to the public now, because it's going to get ready to go to the plan commission and to the villages. In the original scope, that we didn't talk about lights. We had talked about it both informally and formally, but now I want to make sure the residents of that area know, speak your piece. I mean, I'm open, but I believe, I'm going to be hard pressed to say no because what the value of the lights bring to that area. But you live in that area, I want to make sure that we start communicating that our intent is to bring some lights. Not as a hindrance, not as a detraction from the homes, but as value to the park. So I want to just start talking about it so that the more we communicate, the better off I feel.
Okay.
Well, didn't
We surveyed that too.
Do you
Yes.
recall the results of what it was? I know they were in favor, but do you remember what the numbers were?
I think we had total 22, 15, 7.
15 to 7, 15 were in favor of the lights?
7 not.
Okay. And do you recall, was that for lights for both the soccer field and pickleball, or just the
Just
soccer
lights in
field?
general, wasn't
I think lights for the soccer.
Okay. Those are the ones going to be closest to the
Yeah,
residents.
yeah, and we're gonna go in front of the village probably, I'm gonna try in December, but it's tough, maybe by January. So we have to go through the plan commission process. Cause we're
it?
amending,
These guys are assholes.
we're amending our site plan to add lights and pickleball now. So it requires us to go back through
Okay.
the process.
Acceptance of the bid from Halloran and Yelp Inc. of Lake Forest, Illinois for the Fox Run Irrigation Pump Station Project in the amount of $255,200. Motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Is this the total cost, do we know, Ben? It wasn't originally 330,000, was
Yeah,
it?
the,
Yeah.
the
What we
prices
thought.
came in real low.
So this is all inclusive?
This is the price, yeah.
Pump and,
Install and
assembly.
everything, right,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Did I get a motion second?
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes. Items of information, leisure services update, Tiffany Green, please.
Okay, so for our adults and seniors at the Sheila Ray Adult Center, they're currently at 310 members. They had a very busy October. They had dancing with the band with 41 participants. And this was the district's first out-of-state trip to Nashville, Tennessee, and we took 23 of our own participants on that trip. They also went to the Four Winds Casino on October 25th with 40 participants and visited the Sock Monkey Museum. That was a small bus trip and had 12 people go to that. We had our doggy trick or treat this past month, and they had 30 dogs along with their families participating. For aquatics, all of our lesson numbers were up in October compared to last year. Preschool swim lessons at 53, private lessons at 66, parent-child at 22, youth swim lessons at 271, and adult lessons at 7. The aqua wellness numbers for the month were at 940 compared to 867 last year. For adult athletics, our adult bags league is at 51 total teams, 33 competitive and 18 recreational. Our men's basketball has 12 teams for the fall session 2, and the season runs through December 19th. For youth athletics, all classes are in fall session 2. Tennis classes are at 28 participants, hot shots at 78, tumbling times 126, and the tumbling team has 31 athletes this season. On November 19th, we'll actually be hosting one of those meets at our very own Pavilion Center. Karate is at 74 participants, and volleyball prep clinic is at 23. For our youth leagues, flag is over, and tackle will be concluding their season. They still have one team in the playoffs. Then we have cheerleading. They attended a competition just this past weekend, and they have another one coming up in the month of November, followed by state in December. Fall baseball ended their winter training, or in their season, and winter training is scheduled to take place at Elk Grove High School January through March. Rec soccer ended on October 28th, and fall travel soccer wrapped up their week in November 4th and 5th. For youth basketball, they're currently at 337 participants. We will have teams at each level. Audubon Skate Park opened for the season October 7th. There were 7 participants in the skateboard workshop and 11 private lessons for the month. Cultural arts, they're currently in Tech Week for Matilda Jr. The shows are actually tomorrow and Saturday. Tomorrow's at 6:30 and Saturday's at 2:30 and 6. Dance, their final totals for this season are 372 total registrations. So those are up 5% from last year. They also recently held Bring a Bestie Week, and they had 15 new participants come and experience that. For early childhood, they are at 130 children registered for the preschool program, and they recently held a curriculum night where they invited all the families to come in and preview their children's learning and curriculum tools. Fitness, overall fitness class participation continues to grow. Our Group X classes for the month of October were at 1,951 participants. Personal training was at 108, and open gyms were at 596. The rejuvenation area continues to be a hit with 1,751 tracked uses for the month of October. At the museum, they had 137 visitors for the month of October. 80 of those were at the German American Day event, and then followed by the Northern Will County Special Rec Association. They came for a private program. Rentals for the month of October were at 90 for this year compared to 81 in 2022. On October 7th, the Guardian Terrace did host a fall gift show that had over 200 shoppers in attendance. For our before and after care program, we were at 2,028 registrations for the month, and Schools Day Off had 70. For our special events, we had 661 guests attend Halloween Fest. We had great weather, along with that great turnout. And then in our youth department, we had a tween night with 35 tweens that came and dressed up in their holiday costumes for an evening of fun. Upcoming events, I already mentioned the Matilda Jr. production. We also have a Parents' Night Out November 17th, a Murder Mystery Dinner November 17th, and our Run Fox Run 5K on November 25th.
Any questions or comments? Okay, Parks and Planning update. Mark is not in. Anybody willing to take a shot, or are we just?
President Walls, I'm gonna combine that with mine, so you can just move that
Perfecto.
down.
Business Services update. Brad Scholes, please.
We got the turkey shoot on Saturday, sold out. It's been sold out for a couple weeks. Then we have some bands at the clubhouse coming up. November 22nd is Guy Dominic at 7 p.m. December 23rd, the eve of the eve, Rob Post Band at 7 p.m. and Tony Ocean will be playing on December 28th. That concludes my report.
It's popular.
Any questions or comments for Brad?
I'll say.
Okay.
He likes to talk a little bit.
Marketing communications update. Kelly Carbon.
Okay. I hope everybody can make it out to Fox Run. We have a brand new November menu, so please, check that out.
Yeah, you can read it.
And it's
How big it
added
is.
yes,
Yeah.
So awesome.
it's going to be great. So.
The little thing.
Aside from that, we also, marketing attended the curriculum night at the preschool, and we did have a marketing table there to promote everything we're doing district-wide. We also attended the Halloween Fest. The marketing department was there, And we had recruited 6 sponsors, and we were really excited to have this new added feature to the event where the sponsors, we had 6 corporate sponsors from the community. They came, had a table, and then they set up like a little trick-or-treat trail. But in addition, they paid to attend the event for corporate promotion. So that brought in a little extra revenue for that event, which was very helpful. And then we just went to print on the winter guide. I hate saying the word winter, but it is around the corner. And it is going to be delivered to homes via post office on November 20th, with resident registration on December 4th. But if you would like a sneak peek at the winter guide, it is on the website right now. The other thing I wanted to make a mention, there is a link on our website to take the community-wide survey. There have been a couple people that have had some struggles with it. I guess it's kind of kicking them out midway through, so we are looking into that. But in the meantime, if you would like to come to customer service Monday, we will also have hard copies of this survey available. So if you are not techie or you prefer to do things in hard copy, we will have those available at customer service at Fitness, PAC, and at Hattendorf and Pavilion. So that kind of rounds out my report tonight.
Any questions or comments?
Oh, I did think, I'm sorry, I have a comment. I wanted a big shout out and a huge thank you to the Rotary Club of Elk Grove Village. They gave us a very nice donation today for the Elk Grove Parks Foundation. So if there are any families that could benefit from some extra financial support, please apply at customer service for scholarships that are available for programming. And it is the season of giving, so if you're able to do so and you'd like to donate to the foundation, it is a 501c3 organization, and we're glad to accept any donations of any size this
So
season.
can you just explain what you meant by if you needed some support? Would that be for kids programs, adult programs, or just like
It could really be for anything.
Right?
It really could be. There is a vetting process. You do have to go to the customer service. It's highly confidential. There's only a couple people that process this, and you would pick up a form, and on the form it gives you, just some criteria to see if you are eligible for a financial scholarship, and it is need-based. And then you submit the information that it's requesting to one of our representatives at customer service that is named, and they'll review that with you, and then based on your what your need is, then the family would receive up to a certain amount to go toward Elk Grove Park District programming. And it could be for any age. We've even given assistance to a senior for a membership at the senior center.
Right.
Or we've given some assistance with swimming lessons or preschool, after school care, whatever it might be.
Thank you. Executive Director update, Ben Curcio.
Thank you. I have a couple of parks updates. The winterization of our parks and seasonal facilities continues with irrigations, systems being blown out, neighborhood drinking fountains winterized, and facilities like Pirates Cove and Rainbow Falls have been winterized. And my favorite part of the year is the holiday lights are going up and being installed around the Pavilion and Edmond campus. Some large projects I want to update the public on. Marshall Park continues to make progress. With the winter and the changing weathers, you might not see a lot of activity there in the next couple months, but we're still shooting for late spring, Memorial Day weekend opening. Windermere Playground is another big playground that's going up and should be wrapped up in the next couple of weeks and will be open to the public. And the last part for the Jensen South residents, we finally made some headway with DuPage County Stormwater. They've helped us and assisted us in resolving some issues. The water is moving. Jensen North has receded, and Jensen South has significantly receded. So we're very happy with some of the help we received from DuPage County Stormwater, and we'll continue to stay on top of that. And that will conclude my updates.
Ben, did you want to clean up anything from the original meeting? You got a couple things?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, let's spend a minute talking about
Yeah.
Joe Brown.
Oh, yeah, I was
since-
gonna do that.
Okay.
I was gonna do that. But you had something from,
Old business or?
no, our committee will let you know to ask. You know.
Well, let's do this Joe Brown thing.
Okay.
I'll
So-
add Joe Brown to the, you want to do it?
Well, I'll just start off, we're all gonna have to say something. So, and I can't believe this will be the last time I say it, but Kelly dropped off in front of us at a reception that's coming up for Joe Brown. And anybody watching or replaying this that ever had anything to do with fields at Elk Grove will know this gentleman. I personally, and probably 4,000 members of this town have his cell phone on our phone, because he was willing to give it out. How many years?
42 plus.
42.
42 years at the Elk Grove Park District. And I will tell you, if there was a Hall of Fame for what Joe does, he would be first ballot and would probably be the most popular guy there. He was the most amazing human being I've met in a long time. I've seen him at gas stations, and he runs over and we chit chat and he tells me updates. There's not a sport team that has gone through this town that should have thanked Joe Brown for what he did. He was a magician at what he did. So he is like our Mount Olympus, I believe, at at Elk Grove Park District. So he's going to be extremely missed, but I'm extremely happy for him. He could have pulled this trigger 15 years ago, but that's just not who he is. So, and then anybody else want to jump in about Joe?
Yeah, I met him in 1988 when I was on football. So that's how long. In fact, my Rolodex at work still has his number, because we used to give empty 55-gallon drums to him for garbage. So, yeah, and I just saw him today at Speedway this afternoon.
Yeah.
So,
He's a
yeah,
great
he
guy.
will be missed.
Absolutely.
I don't want to act like I know him really well, because I only know him through the park district and that, but yeah, certainly every interaction I've had with him, never gets too high, he never gets too low. He understands his value. Obviously, he's seen a lot in 40 years. He's seen a lot of philosophies, from different parks and planning directors and executive directors and people underneath him. And he always saw the big picture, and you know what? Thought he had a really great personality. I mean, he didn't pass, so he still has a pretty decent personality. So
He's still
yes,
breathing.
he'll be missed
There's no chance he doesn't find a part-time job doing something. No
at the Elk
chance.
Grove Park District.
Yeah, we'll take.
So I'll just say Joe's last day is going to be Thursday, November 30th. I've gotten to know Joe through the years, 12 years. He swears that we met 30 years ago when I was an intern, but I still don't believe that, but that's okay. He's just the epitome of passion and someone who cares about this place more than I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's why he's worked here for so long. He really enjoys what he's doing. He enjoys the impact he makes. He enjoys the camaraderie and the customer service he provides. Just an all-around good guy, and yeah, he'll be missed. He'll still come around, I hope, once in a while, but he deserves it. If anybody deserves to retire, Joe Brown.
If anybody
Good luck
deserves
to
to
you.
retire, Joe Brown deserves to retire. That's
I
as
say, let's
good as you
get
can
a
say.
lawnmower on the lowest cut and say goodbye, Joe, and half.
I don't know if he doesn't let any, oh, that's funny he says it, because he doesn't let anyone touch that grass.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
And that's why it is what it is. So anyway, congratulations, Joe. You've earned it, and I'm sure you'll appreciate and have fun with it. Did you want to get back to anything for Figure Hall?
I can't, when is he
We
gonna,
had
give
two
me a
little
hint?
things you checked. It's on your notes.
Hang on.
You said we need to try to clean this up if we could. You're here?
No, Windermere Park resident that came to the.
Yes. Well, let's just update.
So I provided the board with some information from Mark. Mark is going to meet with the resident just to confirm, but our plan would be to do some landscaping to create a little bit of a buffer for her home, because she was concerned about her looking directly at the playground. So we're going to look at doing some landscape buffering when the project is done.
And this was the couple that came to our meeting was on there previous, so.
And so we think that will address that, and I think that's it.
Okay. We got some new business, adoption of resolution 2304, a resolution determining the amounts of money exclusive of levies and debt services and election costs estimated to be necessary to be raised by taxation pursuant of the proposed levy of the Elk Grove Park District for the levy year of 2023. Can I have a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes. Payment of the bills, October 27th, 2023, in the amount of $402,849.12. And November 3rd, 2023, in the amount of $1,974,862.89. Motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
December meeting will approve it.
Any questions or comments on 1.2.3 million? Can I have a motion and a second? Or, excuse me, a roll call, please?
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes. I need a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner O'Malley?
Yes, Francis.
Commissioner Carlson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
President Waltz?
Yes. Thank you very much.